Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I want to explore today the discussion around the Sword and Shield sets and whether or not you should be investing in the sets. So at the moment, we can all agree everyone's attention and focus is purely on mainly the Mega Evolution sets, evidently by the sales, the Ascended Hero sales. You're seeing the new sets coming up. We've got Pitch Black coming up shortly, I think next Friday. Um, the Rayquaza set later this year, the Lucario set later this year. So everyone's attention is into these, so all the liquidity is put into these products, which means there's a few gems, particularly in the Sword and Shield era, which I think is worth paying attention to. So join me and Ray as we go through our topics. So to start off, I'm looking at, so just quickly to go through the discussion. So again, you've got obviously the updates on Poker Beach. Again, it's purely all focused on the insane new sets that we're going to be seeing coming out. So everyone's attention is always put back to these new sets. So the Storm Emeralda set coming out with the Mega Rayquaza featuring. You've also got the reprint of Ascended Heroes, so you've got money going into that, and you've got the 30th anniversary, which looks insane. Do check out the video I did release on that yesterday. Yeah, and you got the Pitch Black store promos, which were revealed today. Again, these look insane. Just to quickly brush over that. So the Primarina, Zarude, and the Armorage. Yeah, so again, all the attention is on these new sets. So when that tends to happen, we tend to see the old sets stagnate, and it'll take one small spark to reignite the liquidity back into these sets, which I think is going to happen. It may take 6 to 12 months, but again, you want to buy the sets when it's no one's attention is focused on the sets. That goes for anything in the financial markets. If there's like a crypto like XRP, if you find it sort of stagnating, building that sort of consolidation, we can only assume one little news update and it's going to see that spike. So yeah, the first set which I am looking at, again, it would be absolutely no surprise this is on the list, is Evolving Skies. Now, again, I appreciate it's expensive. Not too many sales. Again, when you start getting above the $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 sort of region, it gets out of people's sort of price budget. So you're targeting sort of the people that have got more liquidity, more money to spend, more disposable income to put into these products. But yeah, again, we see these sort of patterns play out. I mean, we had back in July last year, $1,900 spiked to 2.6 nearly. So that's nearly a 650 sort of difference. 30% increase. Dipped down in December to 22. So again, it's about a 10-15% drop. I don't know, near enough 20% drop. And since then, it's just had a slow appreciation. But you do get these sort of dips, sort of to pay attention to, and that's what I think we're going to see at the moment. So I think we're going to see sort of a consolidation down for the next few months, just while things become boring. Yeah, and I think that'll be an excellent opportunity to sort of get into Evolving Skies. Now, if you can't afford the booster boxes, you've got other ancillary products you can get involved in. So you've got, I'll go through some now. Let's have a look. Yeah, so ETBs would be the next best thing to buy. So you've got the, again, not financial advice, do your research on the products, but this is what I'm doing. So the next few months I'll be sort of loading up again back into Evolving Skies. Probably focusing on more, I might try and grab a booster box, but there's a cheap one on eBay for like a bid. You've got the half booster boxes, you've got the ETBs, which yeah, have crept up again, looking about 600. At the moment, sort of dollars about £4.50, £4.60. You get 8 packs in that. Artwork's insane. It's an incredible display piece as well as an insane set. Got booster bundles. The battle build and battle box. Sort of like bundles. You get a few packs in there, and you've got just a single booster packs. So as the booster boxes become sort of more expensive, you tend to see the cheaper products sort of become more sort of liquid, so people sort of turn their attention to those sort of other products to really keep the momentum going and sort of get a good entry into Evolving Skies before it becomes truly out of many people's sort of price range. Okay, so on to the next set. So we're looking at and again a few cards in the Evolving Skies set. Sorry. Umbreon again. The I think yesterday the PSA 10 Umbreon went for $7,000. It's a super good chase card. Total set value of $8,000. It's just an insane set, guys. You've got the Rayquaza, evolutions. You've got loads. You've got the Leafeon, Sylveon, Umbreon, Glaceon, Espeon, Sylveon, Glaceon, Leafeon. Again, you've got so many cool artworks in there. And it's just rinsed of evolution. So I think long term, again, a bit like Prismatic, evolution is a fan favourite. It's going to continue to do well. So the next set I'm looking at is Fusion Strike. I think second best in the era. Again, people, between this and Lost Origin in terms of the chase cards, but for me, it's got so much more value than Lost Origin. Lost Origin is still an insane set with the Giratina. The Shinji Kanda artwork, you can't deny it's an incredible set. But I think Fusion Strike's got just a bit more to offer. The striking display box, the booster box, the pink colours, the Gengar on the front, the Mew. Two Gen 1 fan favourites, and the artworks are insane for what you get in the set. So you've got a collectability piece, you've got the cards inside, so I think there's a bit more depth to it. Bit more expensive, but I know the reason why is obvious. It's there. But like with Evolving Skies, so we're seeing the big sort of spike recently, sort of in sort of May, and we had a few buyouts on the sort of 28 boxes sold over sort of a week period, which is obviously good compared. Since then, slow sort of decline, nothing major, about $30-40 at the moment. But I do think again long term we're going to see that bit of that sort of that wave ladder effect, so that big spike up, that sort of come down, ladder up, stagnate, ladder up, stagnate, ladder up. I think we will be hitting, in my opinion, prices like the Cosmic Eclipse, the 2, 3, 4,000 in a few years. I think it's just an insane hold, and again a great purchase, in my opinion. Once again, you don't need to buy the booster boxes to have exposure. You can shop the ancillary products. So again, you've got the ETBs, which are going for about $3.65 at the moment. More exclusive Pokemon Center ETBs, and then you've got the build and battle boxes. You've got sleeved booster packs as well, which I've got a big stack of those, which I think will do really well long term. But again, when the booster box is out of reach for most people, they'll tend to then move to the next best in set, which is going to be the ETB. And again, how can you fault that? Again, you've got insane Gengar. I think the PSA 10 goes for again $3,000-4,000. Sleeping Espion, Mew, few Mews in a row. Another Gengar, Genesect, Inteleon, Mew again. It's a very good set. The top 10 chase cards are they're big cards. Striking artwork, I just think long term, absolute no brainer. Especially this card, I think it's very undervalued. Absolutely love that Mew. And again, you've got Smeagol. Always get the name of best Pokemon, but when you get multiple Pokemon cards, it also tends to help with the value. And I think in the background, you've got the Dragon type again. Really bad with names, sorry guys. But the little details you don't sort of tend to notice, and Yeah, I think again when little things catch on in the future in sets. So again here you've got Smeagol again, making a multiple appearance in a few of the cards in this set. Um, yeah, so I think long term again the box looks insane, and people do love that. All right, so yeah, and again you've got the here we go, the sleeve booster packs I was on about, so you've got that as well. But there's so many things you can love about this set, and I think there's a card for everyone in this set. So in my opinion, I am loading up on Fusion Strike during the summer period, just while in that sort of slump. From what I was saying earlier, you've got that sort of slow consolidation. So I think long term, no brainer, no brainer. So next set, Brilliant Stars. Again, recently we had I think it was a Sword and Shield buyout back in May. So you had 10 boxes sold here. But again, really good set. It's sort of a hard one between this and sort of Chilling Rain. Again, both got good depth, but I do like the trainer. Particularly in this set, the trainer gallery is insane. Just to show, again, you've got so many good cards in this set, and it's truly deep. The Houndoom, Artillery, Raikou. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And again, the top chases, you've got the Umbreon. And again, you've got evolutions in the set, which again will help keep the value. But you've got fan favourite Zards, the Rainbow Rare. I mean, the V star, but the Rainbow sort of effect on it. You can't get wrong with this, guys. And again, you're seeing them start to creep up towards 100. I think within a year, the top 8 will be 100, and then you'll start to see these creep into the 50. But I mean, look at these; are insane. The trainer galleries are beautiful in this card. You've got again the Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, Galarian sort of adaptations and types. So yeah, again, another really a good box and set I want to pick up on. I've already got a few of these to be fair, but again, I do want to sort of see myself purchase a bit more just while in that slump. But yeah, again, it's only recently ran up, so we'll see that sort of consolidation phase for the next. I think it'll be another few months, but I'm going to sort of try and get another 1 or 2 boxes and a few ancillary products as well. So again, you don't have to buy the booster boxes if you can't afford it. You've got the again, I probably would go. It's a bit more striking if you can afford it. Again, do your own research always. But the Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center ETB, yeah, brilliant. The gold colours, yeah, perfect. And again, nice run up, consolidation. So I think this will see 400 or 500 in the next couple of years, personally. Okay, moving on. So next, Lost Origin booster box. Yeah, again, similar theme. I think there was a buyout back in May, and I think was it the T? There's a yeah, there was an event on. I think it was the event where we saw these sort of spikes. But again, nonetheless, this was a true buyout, good 15% pump on this one. And since then, it's been a slow sort of drawdown, sort of consolidation. But again, beautiful box. Again, I wouldn't put it above Fusion Strike. I think that does take the biscuit with the Mew and the Gengar on the front. But again, Giratina, massive fan favourite. I think if they did replace this being with like another sort of legend, I don't know what I'd replace it with. What have they got on this set? Just curious again. Again, you got Mew, so you could have put like a Mew on the front, like a darker sort of version, which would go well with the Fusion Strike set. So there sort of would be a nice partnership with sort of Fusion Strike. Maybe that would have helped. Again, with a bit more of a popular Pokemon, Gen 1 might have helped sort of boost the value. But again, same pattern, spike up, consolidation. I'll be trying to pick up a few boxes for this. Again, can't afford the booster box, don't panic. Plenty of ancillary products. You've got ETBs. For me, the Pokemon Center one with the red Giratina just looks insane. Sort of the reverse sort of style of the basic one. Build and battle stadiums you've got there. You've got the displays. There's so much to choose from, guys. And again, in terms of depth, the Aerodactyl, sorry, insane card. The Giratina, insane card, and even the Pikachu with red as well. super good buy. You got the VMAX, the Gengar, and again you've got 4 cards, over 100 already. The Giratina will be it'll be 1,000 easy in the next year, in my opinion, easily. Sleeper Tree with Erica or Dawn, sorry. The trainer, you've got the Charizard with Lance, I assume, I think it is. Again, another Mew, which complements well with the Mew from Fusion Strike. I think it's sort of a similar. Yeah, it's got the same sort of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, again. So you've already got that sort of comparison between the two sets. So if they put Mew on the front, it might have just helped to make the I don't know, just think outside the box, a bit more of an expensive, from a collectability standpoint, from the booster box alone. Yeah, so another set I'm looking to load up on. Again, nothing major, just a couple of boxes and a few, probably 3-pack blisters I might try and get as well. Yeah, finally, bit of a shout out to Crown Zenith. This set is done. I mean, I remember when these were selling here in the UK, I think it was Argos for like £30 in ETB, and you could buy these for an abundant amount for months and months. And again, now we're setting out and selling consistently for 336 8 at the moment, so UK pounds at 250. There's nearly a 10x, and it came out 2023, so just over 3 years ago. It's nearly 8x already. It's an insane set. Insane set. So again, seems expensive, but to me, long term, it's still cheap. You got the lovely gold borders, the final sort of set to do that. And you could scroll down endlessly, and you just see the array of cards. I think they were the first sort of major set to do as many sort of chase cards. It's such a fun set to open. And there's literally a Pokemon card for everyone. You've got, again, the top chases. Giratina now taken over the Mewtwo. That was the top dog for a while. But Giratina now reclaims the throne. You've got Arceus, Dialga, Palkia, and Mewtwo as well, battling the Charizard in the background. The Darkrai, insane card. I've got that in a PSA 10, beautiful card. And what I do like about this, which I don't know if anyone notices, the door and the golden door in the background, which I assume Darkrai's coming through. Yeah, the little details, I absolutely love it. Again, evolutions, don't sleep on those. You've got the Leafy and the Glaceon. You've also got the Sleeping Mew. Again, huge card, that'd be 100 in the year, in my opinion. Pikachu, you've got the again, and that sort of ties in with the Riolu Tailwig. You've got a few more Mario, Paras, Bidoof, Absol, Swablu. Again, insane cards. You could scroll down for so long and you'd find something you like. You got the Radiant Charizard. It's super undervalued in my opinion. If you see it in person, beautiful cards. With the sort of texture, yeah. I mean, I'm going to do a video soon on my top sort of single picks for 2026, and this is going to be one of the top ones. Even in a PSA 10, about £120, $152. It's insanely cheap. It's such a beautiful Charizard, shining Charizard. So yeah, we'll be looking to load up on that. Yeah, so again, no one's really paying attention to these sets, and it's evident from what I've shown with the sort of boxes, the stagnation, which I think next few months, I think people start to reawaken to Sword and Shields. It's more going to be when there's so many good sets coming out. It's going to be a case when the new era comes out. Again, we tend to see a slowdown as people adapt to the new era. It's normally not well received initially, and that's when people start to diverge their attention to older sets. So I do think in 2027, I'll be honest, I don't think it's this year we're going to see Sword and Shield spike. I think there's too many good sets coming out people are going to be focusing on to buy, me included. I'm going to be purchasing some Sword and Shield, but I'm not going to sleep on the 30th anniversary sets coming out, the UPCs. do not sleep on those at all. And then I think later in the year, I think once the celebrations, so the 30th anniversary is, so celebrations was the 25th. But I think when the new era comes out, so the 10th generation, the first game comes out, I do believe we're going to be seeing sort of a slow down the market. You know, yeah, we might see the crash people talk about, 20-30% dump on the sort of worst sets, but I think the strong sets will just hold their ground. Like you see with Evolving Skies back in 2021, 22, when we had that sort of come down, held the ground, like even like Team Up, and then 23 plus, that massive sort of spike. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm looking to load up on a few singles. Again, I'll go through these in a future video. My top 10 sort of Sword and Shield singles. On top of that, again, even just looking now, you've got the three dogs. They're just, if you see these in person as well, they're insane. Suicune, Entei, Raikou. Even this Pikachu here, that's gonna be 100 in a year or so, I reckon. Yeah, so don't sleep on these sets, guys. They're insane, insane sets. So yes, that's what I'm looking to sort of sort of get into. Yeah, and again with the Sword and Shield, I think next year we'll start seeing that sort of resurgence and big spikes. Just while the base set for the new era comes out, I don't think it's going to. Again, I've no idea, but going by trends, the first set of the new era, especially with new generation coming out, tends to be that sort of slowdown, and people then their attention shifts to the older sort of good sets. So you've got your Evolving Skies, Fuse and Strike, Crown Zenith, even Sword and Scarlet and Violet. You've got your Destined Rivals. You've got Prismatic, Ascended Heroes. Because again, when the new era comes out, they're going to be older, and they're going to be getting to that out of print sort of cycle. Yep, so I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Again, if you do like the content, please do support the channel. Comment your favourite Pokemon. Leave a subscribe, and if you don't mind a like, because it's free for you guys to do, it really does help support. So I want to grow this channel to be really big and really big part of the community. I'll be doing giveaways. I'll be doing, yeah, I'll be spitting knowledge left, right, and centre. I've been doing this for 15 plus years since I was a kid, so it'd be insane to really share what I know with you guys. And yeah. Alright, so I'll try and get a video out on the weekends, but if I don't, have a good weekend, guys, and I will see you in the next one.